Hello, okay, today we're going over chapter 17, reading a poem in its element. This chapter is about how we should appreciate poetry in our lives, in our everyday lives. Poetry has been in this world for a very long time, and it's all around us, and it influences us in our daily lives. Even if you do not know the type of poem you're reading, you can still enjoy poetry nonetheless. Uh, but the more you understand and educated about it, the more you are able to appreciate poetry. The first reading is called Duffing Into It. Duffing into it means reading a poem for the first time. When reading a poem for the first time, don't try to analyze it, just duff into it, even if you read it like imperfectly and all. You just go into it, like read it and don't try to think, just read. And then we get into critical reading, which shows us that poetry is all around us in almost every element of our lives. For example, here's a quote. And fare thee well, my only love, fare thee well a while, I will come again, my love, though it were 10,000 miles. This quote is from Oh My Love's Like a Red Red Rose, and it shows us that poetry is in our everyday language. You would like, I will come again, my love. You would say that nowadays. And then we go into contextual reading, which informs us that all poetry has a meaning behind them, even its simplest of devoting their love or have a more deeper meaning to it. And by reading a poem the second time, it can maybe help you see how that poem is constructed and the purpose of that poem. Lastly, we read a couple poems that show us some things like music is a part of poetry, and every poem, every word in a poem matters, and that poem is an art form that can paint you a picture. Like, for example, again with the same poem, Oh My Love's Like a Red Red Rose, it shows you a form of poetry that can put it to a song and a beat as Robert Burns declares his love. Anyway, that was it for chapter 17. All right, bye.